Another episode, Bruhaps We Chat. Only difference is Preston's here. It makes the
Yeah.
episode much better, far superior, far superior. You know what I realized? I'm just whenever we do an episode, whoever's on there, especially like if it's Mark and Voss versus you, Preston, I'll just gas both of them up. I'll be like, "Yo, we're back. Mark and Voss are here. Makes it a much better episode." Preston's on. I'm like, "Preston's on." Makes it a vastly far superior episode.
Hell yeah, man.
You know, you got to gas them up. Then they'll. It's like the Graham Norton show. If you loosen up your host with alcohol, they'll say they'll say whatever. Um, Dude, okay, well, you know
Yeah.
what? That could have been a great transition, but I wanted to mention I literally just like I would have been on earlier, except for these fucking ants, dude. Oh my God,
There's ants in.
my dorm has been plagued by ants. I'm like in a month long battle because when I first like back in like early September, like we would get ants near our trash can, and it was mainly because like my roommates would kind of just like leave food like unattended.
Oh,
um, but like
That
but
that'll get you ants.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
yeah.
But like I called like our like school's like pest control or bug whatever, and they would come and they're like, "Yep, it's fixed," and then it would just come back. I'm like, okay, well, like I'm gonna like do it like the way like I know how, which I mean, it's just ant traps. I don't know why the school didn't just put down ant traps.
Well, no,
The
man. I'm telling you. You know what the move is?
what
Cotton balls, some sugar water with borax in it,
is that
and
like?
they find the sugar water. They're attracted
Mm,
to it, and then they take the borax, and it's
I,
over, man.
I think that
They're
might just be
done.
like what
So
like just like what like I think the ant traps that I got, they're just like a more just like a similar version to that, where it's like yeah, like you set it out, and like all the ants take it, and the poison like affects them like a day later. But like
yeah.
I bought these traps and I put them down, and it worked. And, like you know, after like a day or two, I mean, obviously like it's kind of awkward for the first day because like ants are just swarming. Oh my God, I've never seen more ants in my life. So they just like they swarm over the bait, and it looks awful, right? For like the first like day, you're like, dude, this is getting out of hand. Like they're fucking everywhere. But then they disappear. I'm like, oh, this is great. And then now, fast forward to now, I look. They're now like in the bathroom, which there's nothing like there's no food or anything like sweet in the bathroom. I don't know why they're there, but they started to show up last night. I'm like, okay, you know, fine, fuck it, bro. I'm gonna bust out the trap again. I have like there's like a pack of 12. I only used two last time, so I busted out another ant trap, and I wake up in the morning and like you know like I mean it's how it's supposed to work, but there's fucking ants swarming like up the shower, and I'm like okay, well like I'll have to live with this for a day, but after that hopefully they'll be gone. It's so
Well,
fucking annoying.
and it's something kind of like antibiotics. Like if you stop taking it because you're like, oh, there are no more ants. Well, there's still
Yeah.
ants like
Well,
that you got to
even
get rid of.
but the
So
thing is that like these ants are way smaller than the one and than the ants we had in the beginning of the year.
well,
No,
yeah.
wait. They were
Like almost
interesting,
like it's a different species.
or
Well,
maybe
they're
it's
just
because,
soft.
or maybe because of the result of what it was at the beginning of the year. Those are
Ah,
their babies.
I
Maybe
don't
it's different
know.
food.
I don't think so.
They aren't growing big and strong because they're not drinking their milk.
It's because of that damn phone.
What's the equivalent of ant milk?
They're
It's that
just
goddamn
Damn,
phone.
this new generation of ants just don't grow like they used to.
Yeah, man.
ants used to go to war, bro. Now they're just inside playing video games. They're just
Yeah,
not doing it.
they're
I
soft.
just love the implication that like ants are just one species, but the only difference is how big they are. Yeah, dude, freaking, it's just I don't know. I'm currently waging war against ants, and I need. Hopefully, I'll win this battle. Um, I
Worst
don't
comes to
know.
worst, you just gas them out.
Well,
I'm sure
uh,
CS gas would kill ants.
you know those silver bugs like with the long, like they're not centipedes, but they also have like a lot of looking legs. I think they're called silverfish. Have you ever seen those? They're
This
like
In
they look like
Minecraft.
Mike,
well in
wait,
Minecraft.
silverfish? Are you?
They're an actual thing. They're an actual
Yeah,
bug.
silverfish are an actual thing, Cary.
But we see those in our apartment sometimes because I'm in a basement apartment. So
That'll happen.
uh,
Yeah.
we've seen me and my roommate have seen them a few times. It's
Dude,
not we don't feel infested by them, so we're okay.
dude, Nick's straight up living in a fucking in a Minecraft dungeon, bro. When he
But
he's got the silverfish whenever he like
it's
opens the fridge.
have you ever found the igloos in Minecraft? They have the fucking villager trapped in the bottom at the bottom of the fucking ladder.
That's just Nick.
Wait,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
you
the like
didn't know that?
laboratories.
I
Yeah.
knew about the igloos, but I didn't know that they had a
Yeah, they
Okay.
have a rug in the middle, and under the rug, there's a trap door that goes down to a
Yeah.
basement that has one normal villager and then a zombie villager and a fucking brewing stand and shit.
Oh, that's sick. Wait, how often
Yeah,
do they
they're
spawn?
trying to like,
No fucking know.
yeah, it's a pretty low spawn rate, I
Oh.
think. I don't know. I don't get involved in nerd shit.
Yeah, I'm
Anymore.
cool. I don't play
Anymore.
Minecraft. I don't play
No,
Minecraft.
honestly, that's my favorite thing is just like making fun of somebody for having the slightest interest in Lord of the Rings.
Wait,
Meanwhile, I'm
what?
sitting over here and like know all the lore, so I just
Yeah.
make fun of them. I'm like, you fucking nerds, shut up.
Yeah, but my favorite character is Monway. I think he's
Yeah,
really
yeah, exactly. Uh, I got one buddy that's like convinced that I'm a weeb, but like a closeted weeb. Because I talked about like Dragon Ball one time, and he's like, "No, you're a fucking weeb," and I'm like, "No, I promise I'm not."
Oh, and to be
And
fair,
so yeah,
to be fair, Dragon Ball is too. I would if you only watch. I only watch Dragon Ball. I don't watch any other anime, and nobody considers me a weeb.
I didn't even watch all of Dragon Ball. I just watched like
exactly.
the first 2 seasons.
Exactly, the good part.
Yeah,
Wait, how many seasons are there?
In the original Dragon Ball Z, I think there's technically 4 arcs. I don't, but the seasons aren't and the arcs aren't split evenly.
yeah,
I don't know. It's weird.
it's
I
weird.
think it's
Mm.
3 seasons because the Frieza and Saiyan arc are together. I think.
Yeah, I got to the androids and then I stopped watching.
Yeah. Right.
But I did watch the Cyberpunk show. That
Oh,
shit's
that's
bang.
okay. I
I
gotta
also
watch
watched
that.
House of
I've
the
heard it's good.
Dragon.
Fucking. Oh
Is
my
it is
god,
the House
dude.
of the Dragon
Oh
good?
my
I've heard
god.
different things
Oh,
about
so you
it.
actually,
It's so good.
Nick, have you
Is it really?
seen the
Oh my
original
god,
Game of Thrones,
yes.
Nick?
Some of it, yeah.
So I'm
I haven't watched all
because
of
actually,
it.
Preston, I was gonna do this with Patrick, where like I I'm like, Patrick, listen, buddy, if you want some good fantasy right now, I know you've been cooped up watching Rings of Power. If you want some good fantasy right now, you go
Yeah.
watch House of the Dragon. Because I'm curious, 'cause
Oh
he hasn't
yeah.
seen Game of Thrones. I'm like, I'm sure the answer would probably be yeah, but would someone be able to watch House of the Dragon and enjoy it without having seen Game of Thrones? And the answer is probably yeah, but I'm just curious, like, what that's like what questions they would have, because they kind of assume a lot for the audience because they assume you've seen Game of Thrones, but I'm sure that you could
Well,
still enjoy it without.
because House of the Dragon's about the Targaryens mainly, right?
It's a prequel. It's not connected to any of the main characters from the show, so
Yeah.
it's like pretty separated. It's the same world, but
Oh.
I'm sure you could, and it's good, and it's fucking good.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie though, reading the book has kind of like tainted Game of Thrones a little bit for me
Fire and Blood.
because no,
Oh, the
like
original
the
books.
original show. Yeah, so like I'm like so I started Game of Thrones last weekend. I'm about 300 pages in right now.
Hmm.
And so the way they portray the characters in the show versus the book is actually so different and it's crazy.
In what way?
I didn't realize till I watched it this morning. Like in the show they're a lot more dramatized. There's a lot less nuance to the character and you don't really get to like you don't see it, like it's just like, oh, that dude is a honor bound dickhead who doesn't know a damn thing about his kids versus like in the book it's like, oh no, he's actually a real human being. So I don't
The
Yeah,
know.
that
book,
It's
happens
crazy.
in a
the
lot
book
of.
was better moment. The book was better moment right there.
Yeah. I was just talking to Nick how I started reading books and shit. So drinking coffee, reading books. I'm damn near an elitist. I'm getting
He's
close,
learned.
boys.
Yeah, he's a
You
Getting
sound
well-read
close.
man.
Once
you sound
once
like a
I
you
pick
sound like
up
a
golf,
very very
it's over
liberal
for you
teenage
No,
fuckers,
girl.
no,
okay?
dude. Once Preston
Once I
picks
pick
up,
up golf, it's fucking over,
once
okay?
Preston picks up
If you
I
ever
painting,
will
come
be a
back, we need to play golf
millionaire.
together, Preston. If you ever come back to New York, we need to play
I
golf.
can't play golf.
Why not?
I've never played golf.
But
Preston
that's
just.
it's fun. You don't have to be good
I
at
know,
golf
I
to enjoy
know.
it.
Oh, have you seen the
Once I
video?
pick up drinking again, I'll pick up golf.
Have you seen the video where
Because you
Nick
can do both at
broke
the same
his
time.
That's true.
golf club? Or it was your brother's, right, Nick?
No, they were mine.
They're yours. So like so it was Nick
It
and
was
I,
it was
Mark
the
and
very last.
Charles.
Yeah, it was one of the last few days of last summer.
It was
We
August
went.
2021. We went
Yeah,
to a mini golf course. It was the Four Seasons, but so
yeah,
we played mini golf. But also Nick brought like his golf clubs, and
and
we
we
went
were
to
just
the driving range. And it's like, oh, we just hit some stuff, so we're just hitting stuff. And then for just one of the shots, we got really lucky. I set up my camera on like slow mo right next to like where the golf ball was on the tee, and Nick
Yeah.
swung at it, and the head of the club came off and went
Fucking
flying.
snapped off.
Nice.
Yeah, and then Nick was like, "Oh shit!" Well,
Nice.
did you
Yeah.
ever end up getting that replaced, Nick?
I got it replaced. I got a new driver because my dad got a new one, so he gave me his old one.
Okay, nice. But yeah, dude, freaking that was the one thing going back to the Lord of the Rings thing, Preston. It's like I feel like now recently, like if you say you're into Lord of the Rings, you're like, nah, I like Game of Thrones better. And
Well,
that's
that's we hang out in very different circles, so I
yeah.
cannot vouch for that. I would not know.
Well, you just get like shit on for being into Lord of the Rings.
Not really, because like everybody I go to school with here is a fucking nerd.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's just like nobody keeps up with shows because everybody's so like just tired and drained all the time. So yeah.
Just like me for real.
Yeah.
Just
Oh
like
Well,
me.
god.
because like the whole concept of like work-life balance where I am doesn't exist. Like you get the weekends and even then that's like sketchy. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's hard to find time for a TV show.
Hmm.
So you got to find a Sunday that you can just binge watch like 5 episodes from the past month. It's
Hey,
like,
dude,
fuck, dude.
if it's House of the Dragon, oh, it's worth your time.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
fucking worth your
I
time.
watched the finale
Oh,
yesterday and
so good.
oh, it's so good.
Unbelievably good.
Oh
Nick,
my
you gotta watch
god.
it. You gotta watch
You
it, Nick.
gotta. It's so
I
good.
won't recommend it to Mark and Moss because they're just like,
Yeah.
and they'll kind of just like fall apart at the seams. Um,
They
but you,
they don't appreciate art.
yeah, Moss watches Speed Racer.
Yeah.
True.
But you know what, Nick? You could watch it and you could enjoy it because it's
Nick
good and
appreciates
I
art.
probably would. I've told you this before. I just don't watch shows usually. I'm not a big. The only thing that usually watch are shows from my childhood that I want to rewatch. Like I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender
Oh,
a
that's
ton of times
fair.
on Netflix because it's really good.
Then again, like
I
Avatar
rewatch
is
Dragon
a
Ball every single once in a while
show.
because I love Dragon Ball. But other than that, like I don't really watch new shows, which
I never.
because the main thing for me is I just prefer to play video games. Like if I have free time, I'm
Fair.
just gonna play. I'm just
Damn
gonna play a
straight.
game.
Damn
Like I would
straight,
just
Nick.
prefer to play a game than watch a show.
Damn. That damn gamer.
You just haven't been tainted by life yet. Give it time.
What did you do?
Eventually, dude, it's so depressing. It is so sad the day you sit down and you're like, okay, I have free time. I'm ready to game. And you just realize you're like,
No, I don't.
I don't have a video game I want to play. I
Is this what
I don't
adulting is like?
I don't want to do this. Like I want to and I want to feel the joy, but where is it? Where's the
But
joy?
where's
It's
the
gone.
where joy?
Why is it gone? What? So I had that realization a couple of months ago and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's
This
gonna
is
happen to you
weird.
too, Nick.
I think I'm gonna. At this point, with how many video games I've played, if I ever reach that point, I would think I'm going insane.
Yeah.
Be
Well,
like, wait, I don't want
it's
to play.
it's gonna happen, Nick. Gotta be careful.
It'll most
Yeah.
likely take either a girlfriend or a child to get me to that point.
Probably not, Nick.
Oh my
Probably not.
God.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
don't know about that.
Yeah. Dude, but I thought about it the other day and I never realized, but it was kind of like an addiction for me. Just in the
Gaming.
sense that like, yeah, just in the sense that the way I like classify addiction in my mind is more like you'll put off stuff you have to do, like you have to do it, and you'll do that instead. Or like instead of going out with your friends, you'll stay in and do that thing instead.
It's
And
a
I
really
feel like
interesting way of
gaming,
looking at it. Yeah.
yeah,
Well, isn't that just what
because
like? Sorry, go on.
well, I know that's not like the medical definition. Like I never went through withdrawals from like not playing video games, but I do feel like there's a lot of points like looking back in my life where I'm like I went like months without doing homework at home because I just wanted to sit and play video games. but I wasn't even playing them with people. I was playing them by myself. So
Oh,
that's where I was like,
like, but I mean, I don't know. Well, I was gonna say I think that's like the definition of addiction, or maybe not. But I know, like, it's like if you're addicted to something to the point where it is affecting other aspects of your life, like that's a like you're crossing a line there. But if you're just like if you're really into video games, but you're still able to like if you're still able to eat healthy and you have like a relatively normal sleep schedule, at least normal for our generation, as normal as you can get. But like as long as you're like still able to do like function as a human, like I don't know if it's like an addiction. Like it just might just be like a really a big hobby that you're really into. Like as long as you're able to take care of
yeah.
yourself, as long as you're practicing hygiene, like it's
Which
it,
a lot of people don't do,
yeah,
to be fair.
Which, by the way, yeah, I was about to say, I was looking back
gamers.
literally yesterday. I'm like, dude, high school would have been so different if I had a little bit more confidence and a lot more personal hygiene and self-respect. Like, I got a picture from my senior year of high school, and
Oh
dude,
shit!
the absolute lack of drip disgusted me.
Damn,
I
Preston.
I was I looked at it, I was disgusted.
He was literally the fucking emoji with the glasses and the like that what's I don't know what that meme is called, dude. Freaking press. Listen, I'm sure. I mean, if we were to all look back at our high school photos, it would just be weird. Like, oh, dude, what the fuck is this? Even though it doesn't feel like like it's that long ago. I mean, it like, but
Dude,
it.
I'll send you the picture
Oh
so
god.
you can see it,
Oh
because
no.
it was senior year, and I think at this point in my life I'm down like 70, 80 pounds from where I was. So let me just find Discord real quick so I can send
Damn,
it to
dude.
you. Yeah,
Um, but yeah, Nick.
Ye-
Alcohol. I had a great transition earlier on the podcast, but I just wanted
yeah,
to,
you did.
I did. So that pains me, but I committed to just having a free flowing conversation, Maybe that's part of Oh, is it sending, Preston?
Yeah,
Okay. I'm ready to see it pop up on my phone.
yeah.
Uh,
When you do,
And then
you're gonna
and then
see
I
it.
can react to it. Um
Yeah,
but yeah, Nick, okay, the main reason why I wanted to bring up alcohol was because the my the only two drinking experiences I've had was with Nick, and also
Yeah.
Preston here is he's the most knowledgeable person that I know when it comes to alcohol. Don't know if that's a good
yeah.
thing or a bad
I'm
thing.
damn good too.
Preston's the fucking he's like the yeah he's like the wise sage that I go to for advice. It is funny though because like I'll ask people like I'll ask everyone I know like what's a good starter drink. Like if I've never done drinking before, what's a good one to just like start it if I don't like the taste or whatever. And then every person I've asked has said a different thing. Like there's
Yeah,
never been
Yeah.
like like a consistent like oh this no, it's like
it's
completely different.
Fireball.
Oh,
Start
I
with
have Fireball in my
start
fridge right now.
start with Fireball. That way, you
mm.
figure out how much you can drink, and you'll never touch Fireball again.
Oh, it's like
I'm
No,
well,
for
I'm a
me,
firm
I actually.
believer.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
call it a Fireball night, and everybody has a Fireball night where you take a liquor and you drink so much that you get absolutely just wretched sick. Like
mm.
maybe not like throw up on yourself sick, but you get wretched sick. And then every time you smell that, you can't drink it. Like you begin to almost throw up, you gag. And so a lot of people have that experience with Fireball early on. I have a buddy who actually has it with Jim Bean. So every time I get like Jim Bean, he'll like smell it and he'll be like, "No, I can't." I got another buddy who does same thing but with tequila. Like
Oh, what the
it's
fuck?
hilarious. Yeah.
Well, that sounds great. That just sounds you're really selling to here, Preston.
Nick looks concerned.
Well, no, because I just still Fireball is my main if I'm gonna take a shot of something. My Fireball is my main go-to, mainly because
Well,
it
yeah,
just
yeah,
it just
yeah.
goes down easy for me. And
If you're taking a shot, but it's when you drink the whole bottle and then that's when
The
you have your
whole
Fireball.
bottle.
yeah,
Yeah, that becomes a problem when you.
See, no, finishing a bottle is not a problem. Okay, long term. long term.
Long term.
But for that night, yeah, it's a fucking problem. Like did I tell you guys about what I did to a handle of Jameson?
No.
No.
Okay, so it's my birthday weekend, right?
Mm.
So we're gonna go out and get fucked up. However, there's a small problem, and that is that I have a midnight curfew, and the boys didn't go out till 8. So I got 4 hours to get drunk as a skunk, and by God, did I fucking deliver. So I go to my buddy's house with a handle of Jameson and a 12-pack of Coke. Okay, and I'm like, it's gonna be a
Jameson and
good night.
Coke. Ooh.
Like Jack and Coke, but it's Jameson, whatever. Like it'll do. And so the first drink, I'm gonna use this for reference, right? The first drink I pour it would be up to here with Jameson, and I top the rest off with Coke, right? So it's half and half, which is not what you're supposed to do. You're
No, I
supposed to
would
go
say
two
yeah.
shots, and then the rest is Coke, and that's how.
And even for some people, a double shot is still a decent amount.
Exactly. So I did half a glass. Needless to say, I pounded 3 of those and didn't remember the fifth. that there's a I ended up going through half a handle of Jameson
Mhm.
and 6 Cokes. So the
Wow.
ratio was a bit off there, but
Over what time span?
4 hours.
Gotcha. So because I have something similar from
Yeah.
a week and a half ago. Can you still see it? Can you still see it?
So it's
What?
still
I have a,
fresh.
I have a scratch on my
Oh,
ear,
fuck
and there's a
yeah,
little
dude.
bit from here.
Oh my
Um,
god.
because
Hell yeah.
I was so drunk that when I was walking, I fell asleep. And then I woke up from my bed and I was like, oof, I gotta throw up. So I was walking to the bathroom, and while I did, I like stumbled over and hit my face on our wall. And then I threw up right afterwards. But
Nice.
in this time span of an hour and a half, I took 5 shots of Fireball and drank 2 White Claws as well.
Oh, there's no
Mm.
laws when you're drinking claws, man.
Nice.
Okay, but
That's their
I
marketing.
gotta finish my story real quick because it ends in a similar way to Nick's, right? Like kind of. So I we get back on base, right? And we have like 15 minutes till the curfew. And if you miss curfew, like bad shit happens, right? So my buddies, I don't have my shirt on at this point, right? Because what I found out later is I threw up on the guy's porch and I just tried to wipe it up with my shirt, right? Because I was that fucked up.
Oh god.
So I have no shirt on at this point, and they're like, "No, you have to put on this jacket." But the jacket I was putting on, it was my friend's leather jacket, but he's probably about like 5'10", 5'11", and just a twig of a thing, like 130, 140, and he gives me like a small leather jacket, right? And so I I put on this jacket, but I basically lose the use of my arms, right? Because it's that bad. And so there's a hill that you got to go down in order to get to our barracks. And so I'm going down this hill,
Oh god.
but then it flattens out all of a sudden. And yet again, drunk as a skunk. So I trip and I fall face first with no ability to use my arms, right?
So you're
And
just like
I,
like you're in a straight
yes,
jacket, like
yeah, basically, right? And just go face first into the dirt and just kind of lay there. And so then I get up and my buddy helps me up and we walk in, and the person who was like making sure everybody was in by curfew was talking to my buddy, and he's like, "Why'd you punch him in the face?"
oh my
And
god.
so I had scrapes and I had a black eye. But then the next Monday, because that happened on a Saturday night, then on Monday, the guy who was checking us in was one of the people that was on like a panel that I was doing an interview for. So that one was funny.
Damn, dude. You know what? I feel like every time it's me on YouTube because like I think Mark and Moss don't really drink a lot. But it'll be
They
like,
don't they
yeah,
don't know
bro.
how to have
I
fun.
like fell down and I like broke my like face, like the bones in my nose, like that shit's gone, bro. Like even I remember, dude. This is before COVID, February 2020. I'm in my dorm. I think it was a weekend. I can go back and check, but I get like a Discord message from Preston, and
Oh
at this
God.
point it's already like 1 a.m. LA time, so it's 3 a.m. in Iowa State, and then I'm like, Preston, what's going on? And then like, why are you so late? And then Preston was clearly drunk, and this is my first experience with a drunk person because
Oh
I saw,
wait, this was this 2020?
yeah, February 2020. Before COVID. Like because I never
Oh
like
my
because my
God, yeah.
I'd never been around like an actually drunk person. Like my parents would drink, but it was never like to the point where they were drunk. And so I'm like, oh, like first what's going on? He's like, hey man, like, you wanna play Overwatch? Like, sure. So like we played Overwatch, he was just completely drunk as Reinhardt. He just fucking and he
But I
dominated.
but I did it with the utmost confidence.
Exactly. He's like,
Very
oh wait, our
important.
team's dead, like that, like that type of Reinhardt. And then so we played for like 30 minutes, and then after that, he fucking and this is at this point we were running our
Yeah.
Minecraft realm. This is so funny, dude. So like a week before, during our during our Minecraft realm, um, like all of our diamonds go missing. Like all our metals, our diamonds, our gold, our iron, just go missing from all our chests. And we're all like, what happened? Like, what's going on? Did someone take it? And then he's like, yo, hop on Minecraft. And then we hop onto the realm, and Preston just shows me like he goes to, like a random part of our town and just digs down by like 5 blocks, and at the very bottom of the hole is a chest. He's like, yeah, I kind of felt bad, so here's all the diamonds I stole. And just a chest full of diamonds, and I'm like, oh, thanks. Preston's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get off now.
Yeah.
He just like, yeah, he's like, well, here
I
it is.
I still I feel like I have an out of body memory of that night because I was just sitting at my desk and I just had a handle of Jim Beam that I pulled the party stopper out of it and I was just drinking straight from the handle and I woke up and I had like a quarter of that left. So
Dude,
yeah, I blacked out too because I didn't even remember doing that.
I still got the footage, dude. It's so funny.
Yeah, yeah,
You
I've
got
never heard.
footage?
Well,
That
I'll
was
throw it together just for
no.
hilarious.
us. No, just for us.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you want to
yeah.
see it.
Just for
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
us, just
okay.
for
yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
That's like the
some
fucking
things don't need to get out to the public.
yeah. That's the unreleased cursed episode. That's like freaking because I've never experienced Preston joke before. He was just so like I don't know, dude. It's fucking
And
crazy.
I was wasted.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, here's the
Yeah.
thing. Like so I mean, it only takes me like a single like White Claw to get buzzed. Freaking, the first time, well, the only 2 times I've drank, and that's the right word to use, was with Nick, and
I
we
think it was drank.
both times, was it both times that we played Fall Guys, Nick? I can't remember.
We didn't play Fall Guys the first time. What did we play?
Oh,
Where,
no, no,
where
no,
did we
the first time we watched the 2021 MLB playoffs, Yankees and Red Sox. I remember that.
Yeah. We were
And then
watching a
Cary
playoff game.
realized why it's America's pastime.
Dude, the fucking game
People
was
just
like,
get drunk on
holy
their
shit.
couch.
Holy shit, what a game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, but the second time, like August before we left for school, I played Fall Guys with Nick, and then I just kept drinking, and it was it was more successful because White Claw had dropped some new flavors, and they were more manageable for me, so I was drinking it a lot more than last time, but like I didn't like I wasn't like. I think I drank like 4 White Claws. I think 3.5. At least 3, maybe 4. But I still felt like in control. Like I didn't feel drunk. Like obviously like I felt tipsy. Like I knew like when I stood up to go to the bathroom, I stumbled immediately.
I was about to say, and then you stood up, and then you stood
Yeah,
up,
then you
and that's
stand
where you
up.
get got.
I stood up. I was
That's
like,
where you
oh
get
my
got every
god.
time.
Oh my god. And then dude, I went to the bathroom. I look at myself in the mirror. Dude, have you guys heard of Asian flush?
Well, you've told me about it.
No, I haven't.
It's a thing. It's I think genetically it's in East Asians mostly, but it's when like you drink alcohol and your face becomes really red. It's like flush.
Mm.
And it's generally seen in East Asians.
Which makes sense because
Yeah.
alcohol is a vasodilator.
Yeah. So like I looked at myself from the and I heard about it before, but I was like 15, 16 when I just learned about this from a YouTube video. And then I look at myself in the mirror, dude, I'm a fucking tomato. And I was like, oh my god, dude. It's real. It's fucking real. So, yeah, I don't know. It was fun. Like it definitely like loosens you up, but like I never got to the point where I was like drunk. Um,
Yeah.
Well, we need to
but
change that at some point.
See, I am coming down for Thanksgiving,
yeah,
so
Oh, you
yeah,
are?
yeah,
Oh, let's go.
okay, so
yeah, so
So this is okay. The best part. I don't know if it should be the highlight of our experience, but Preston's coming down to LA for Thanksgiving,
oh yeah.
and dude, it would be so funny. So the World Cup's happening around that time, November 25th, the day after Thanksgiving, 11 a.m. Pacific time. England versus USA, the Second
Perfect time to
Revolutionary
start
War.
drinking.
Exactly. Who? But it'd be so funny if it was like if we went to a sports bar. But who's gonna be at a sports bar at 11 a.m. the day after Thanksgiving to watch the USA versus England? Like, I mean, maybe people show up, but also, what sports bar are sports bars open the morning after Thanksgiving?
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right, but yeah, I think it'd be so funny. We're just like if both ways work. If the bar's got a handful of people, got a good amount of people, or if it's just empty and it's just us, like yeah, USA, we're just
Yeah.
in the bar. But yeah, that would be so funny. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. So
Yeah.
I do want to try rum and coke though, because Preston, that was the first person I went to. Like, Preston, what's a good starter drink? And Preston's like, rum and coke, no hesitation. You gotta try. I'm like,
It's
okay.
it's
It
so
really,
easy.
it really
It's like
is.
vanilla Coke.
Hmm.
But I got a new little split. Now, this isn't for Cary, and I don't think Nick can use this yet, but soon.
Uh,
So my go-to nightly bar distribution, right? 3 whiskey sours to 1 vodka Red Bull.
Hmm.
And it is absolutely stellar. However,
whiskey sour. Interesting.
yeah, so whiskey sours are fucking phenomenal.
I need
Right?
to try one. I haven't had it yet.
Especially if you like get them with the straw, you sip on it because the sour's at the bottom. So you start out and it's like really sour and sweet and it tastes good. And then you end up drinking just straight whiskey, but you got the sour, so you're kind of happy.
Mhm.
And then the vodka Red Bull, you barely even taste the vodka. Like they were meant to go together.
Yeah.
Um and it like keeps you awake so that way you don't get into the like sugar slump or anything like that. Um but yeah, I did about like 3 rounds of that uh 2 weekends ago. And dude, I had to get pried from the bar because I was having too much fun.
Oh damn.
So yeah. So that's where I'm like, well, maybe we can take a small break. Maybe we
Hmm.
can take a small break.
A little bit of moderation. We do a little bit of
Yeah.
A
moderation.
little bit of moderation, but you
So-
see,
Well, and especially because like not this Thursday, but next Thursday, I'm getting absolutely shit faced, like just plastered out of my goddamn mind. So
that's probably gonna be me tonight.
Have you seen those? It's like that video of like talking about all the different like euphemisms for like boobs, where it's like your milk jugs, the boinker doinkers, like and the person's just gonna go on and on talking about like all the ways to get shit faced. I'm gonna get wasted,
yeah,
shit faced, just destroyed, but just going
wasted,
on down the list, just like all like the ways you can say it,
Obliterated.
obliterated,
schlacked is another good one.
just tossed around, just keeps going down the list, just like all the ways you can say it, like
Yeah,
um.
yeah, man.
But
I love
yeah,
my job.
uh, yeah. Preston's job is actually just drink alcohol. His job is to get drunk.
I have a goddamn standard to uphold. Okay,
Mm, exactly.
amen.
But
God
did,
bless
did
America.
did you when you went to visit Moss? Did you drink with him?
Yeah.
He didn't drink too much.
We went out to a bar and we actually like so I rode with Moss for about an hour and a
The
half.
pause.
Yeah. So he gave me a ride back from the airport, like from the airport to his house in Ithaca. And the first thing we did is stopped at a gas station and got Bush Light.
Mm.
And we got a 30 rack, and I'm like, I will finish this
Oh my
today.
god.
And he's like, no, no, you won't. Right. And so I started day drinking because I'm like, I'm free. I have a week. I am free. I'm going to make up for all the day drinking that I have missed out on. Right. And I succeeded. So I started drinking
Nice.
at about 11 a.m. after crushing a bang because I didn't really get much sleep the night before because it was a red eye flight. So I crush a bang and then I'm like downing Bush Light, downing Bush Light, downing Bush Light, just having a grand old time, playing some F1, right? Drunk driving,
Drunk driving.
very bad to go in an
In game,
F1
in a
car.
video game,
Can
in a video
vouch.
game, in a
Can
video
vouch.
game.
Yes, yes, in a video game. I would never drunk drive in real life. That is irresponsible and irredeemable. Although it's only a misdemeanor in Wisconsin. So
What the fuck?
You learn
yeah,
something new every day.
Time to go to Wisconsin
funny-
then.
I had a funny realization last night that pumping your own gas in New Jersey and driving drunk has the same in Wisconsin has the same penalty,
That's cool.
which I just think's absolutely hilarious.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
May
so
not be
dumb,
true,
too.
but I want it to be true, so it's true for right now. Until somebody corrects me, but I don't read the comments, so it doesn't
Yeah, exactly.
matter. That's my truth.
Anybody
Yeah.
living in New Jersey, can you please look up if that is true?
Yeah, if it's a misdemeanor. But basically, we go out to a Mexican restaurant, and I'm like, I'm feeling good, right? We go out to a Mexican restaurant.
do.
I get margaritas and shit, because I'm drinking. I'm free, right? And then we go out to a bar and I'm drinking. I'm free. And then we go to a house party and I'm drinking. And by the time I like passed out on Moss's couch at like 11, he didn't seem too thrilled. So
Really?
I was just like, oh yeah. 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 I think I drank a bit too much for him to be comfortable. So
Mm.
he's not used to that. He's used to theater kid drinking, and he got a taste of military drinking, and he's like, "Aw."
I freaking just
You
for a bit of
blacked out?
context. For a bit of context, Marco is in school for musical theater, and
Yeah.
he goes to Emerson College in Boston, and Massimo goes to Ithaca College, and Moss and Mark were on a call with me, and we were just playing Overwatch, and then Moss was like, "Oh, yo, Mark, so." Massimo went to see, like, I think Ithaca College is like a performance of Into the Woods of a
Mhm.
musical or a play. Sorry, don't get
It's
mad at me,
No,
Marco.
musical.
Okay, musical.
Yeah.
And then Moss is like,
Got you, Cary.
"Thank you." And then Moss is like, "Yo," and when Moss saw it. It's like, "Oh, Mark, so I went to go see Into the Woods, dude. You." And then Christian, he was like, "Dude, Christian said you would eat bitches up if you were here." Like, he's like, "Dude, you would fucking tear it up." And Mark's like, "Yeah, I know." Like, fucking,
I know. Trust me.
I know.
I know.
I know. He's smooth like that. He's cool like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Marco's a smooth operator.
Halloween. This wasn't
Halloween.
gonna be a Halloween episode. I mean, it wasn't like we had like a specific theme for it. But
Dude, I'm so mad Halloween crept up on me, man. Oh, dude,
Yeah, I felt like it
had
did.
plans. I had plans, but now I have to put them off till next year.
Mm.
damn.
You want to
bro.
know what my dream Halloween costume is?
What is it, Preston?
I would
Tell
love to
me.
hear it.
So
Oh god.
I want to get all the guys with fucking massive mustaches to be Hooters waitresses.
Oh, damn, this was pretty good.
And literally all you need is a set of orange silkies and a crop top that says
Oh,
Hooters on it.
That's
And
hilarious.
it's just like that's great.
Yeah.
And especially because like everybody I work with is like relatively large, semi-muscular, and just like a couple of them just have these big like fuck off
Yeah.
black mustaches. So it's like, yes,
Yeah.
yes, I need this to happen. But
Oh shit, dude.
unfortunately, I lost track of time. So
Oh man, you hate to see
yeah,
it.
didn't
Next year, I
happen.
guess.
Next year,
Yeah.
maybe. We'll
Did you
see.
see Marco's fucking Halloween? Well, okay, so he
No,
put
I
the video
didn't.
in general chat, but it was like early October, so it was like, is this like I mean, I assume it was Halloween, but it was a bit early. But I think he said it was for like a different party, and he ended up returning it. But I think he said he bought it again. It was one of those giant like dinosaur costumes, those T-Rex ones, you know.
Yeah.
But like it was like him in his dorm, and like he couldn't fit through the door.
I saw the videos of that on
Yeah,
Snapchat.
it was
Oh my
huge.
god.
Because like he was like in like his dorm, and like there were tables all around him of like glasses and like pots, like very delicate things. He's like, dude, I can't, I don't, I have no spatial awareness. I don't, and his friends like, don't move. Okay, like his tail, if he would have just rotated, his tail would have just like knocked over like a vase or something.
Oh
And
my
so
god.
he's just like, dude, what do I do? Like,
At least it wasn't a giant inflatable penis because that's even worse.
that would be funny. That would be funny, though.
Yeah.
I went to Spirit of Halloween
I
because I
don't
was looking
know.
for Halloween costumes with my friends, and we saw that there, and I was like, "Yo, because I've seen that online before." But
Hey, yo.
looking at the costume like in the package, and one, it's $50, which is the same price as every other fucking costume in that store. Which I was like, this looks a lot like those kind of costumes, the inflatable ones. I would feel like they'd cost a lot more, but they don't.
Yeah, that's good.
More, you know.
Did you have a costume this year, Nick?
Huh? Well, I'm just Toon Squad. It's just it's pretty simple. I'm just wearing a Toon Squad jersey, and I'm going out in a little bit to get stuff for a party I'm throwing tonight. And I'm probably gonna grab a headband, but
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
pretty simple, and mainly
Yeah.
because it was cheap, and I didn't have a ton of money to spend on a costume.
Yeah, dude, I saw one of the people. I saw someone who was dressed up as but he's dressed up as Daemon Targaryen at the joust with the fucking dragon helmet.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh shit, that's pretty sick. I don't know, dude. There's some crazy like, I don't know. It's just fun seeing like all the different, even just like online, all the different costumes and shit. Like, there's just such like, it's fucking crazy. I'll have to ask Mark
Yeah.
and Moss what
Some
they
people go really hard for Halloween.
Love
You
Halloween.
say that as if it's a bad thing.
No. I just don't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't really. Yeah,
Halloween's
Yeah.
never really been my thing.
yeah. It's not a Cary holiday, you know. It's not a Preston holiday, you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I remember when I was younger, I used the same firefighter costume for like 6 years in a row when I was a kid.
That's so cool.
I
That's
put
so
like
cool.
no thought, like, what am I gonna be this year? Ah, hell,
I'm gonna
firefighter
be a
costume.
firefighter. And
Like,
it fit for 6 years. That's the thing.
Well, yeah, I use it. I think for like I used it as long as I could until it just didn't fit anymore. But yeah, like freaking, I remember like when we were trick or treating, Preston, like when we were like in like
Oh
eighth
God,
eighth grade or
yeah.
whatever,
Yeah,
like
back
what
in
did
the day.
back in the day? I completely forgot what we
Dude,
went as though.
remember I just dressed up, but I threw like a panda mask on.
Oh yeah, you had like a
I
suit
was
and
the
then
posh panda.
yeah, dude, that's pretty sick.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Well,
was.
that type of dressing up is like that's way more fun because like you know like it doesn't really matter who you go as, like they'll just give you candy.
Oh, dude, I got a banger of a tweet for a fucking for a Halloween costume though.
Yeah.
Slutty sanitation worker.
That's
So hear me out, right?
Okay.
Like hazmat suit, but it doesn't cover very much. It just the idea of it, I think's funny as fuck.
Yeah, or
That
even
is
like
funny.
fucking like
Yeah.
Chernobyl, slutty Chernobyl worker, like it's just
Yeah,
like I'm going into the reactor.
yeah, exact. I'm going in.
Like just shirtless, like he's like, oh, yeah, man, this protective suit you're wearing, like the helmet.
Exactly.
He's got a hard
Yeah,
hat
yeah.
on,
The helmet covers your face, so they can't see your face.
and you got a hard hat
It's
on,
just
you
like,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be perfectly fine. Yeah, even like,
I think that would be funny.
That would be funny.
but yeah, like it's easier for like trick or treating, but like now it's like now that we've aged out of it, it's like now you're just dressing up to like now it's like I feel like you have to go hard now. You gotta go.
Here's the deal, Cary.
Yeah, Preston.
we've reached an age, okay? And at this age,
Of decline.
you have to
Age of
understand.
decline.
No, not yet. That's 25 because then our
Mm.
insurance rates decline. You
Ah,
see?
yes.
No,
Yeah.
right now we've reached an age where every holiday is just a drinking holiday.
Yep.
Mm.
That never goes away.
That's fair.
So from now on, like Halloween, you just dress up to be festive and then you get shitty, right? Thanksgiving, you dress up nice so you can eat while getting shitty.
With your family.
Christmas, you wear ugly sweaters while you get to be festive while you get shitty, right?
Yep.
St. Patrick's Day, you wear green while getting shitty.
I love
Uh,
St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is the fucking shit.
President's Day, right? You wear a starched wig while getting shitty. You know?
Freaking National Hot Dog Month, you know, you
The whole fucking month.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What else do we have?
National Bean Day, that's a thing as well.
Leap year, right? You celebrate the fact that it comes once every 4 years by getting shitty. You know?
You can't forget the 4th. You cannot forget the 4th of
Well,
July.
the 4th of July, you America, which is getting shitty.
Mm.
You know? What else do we have? Is there anything in June? Juneteenth.
Ooh,
You remember your history while getting shitty.
Daylight
You know?
Savings Day, you know?
Isn't that not a thing anymore?
No, it is. What do you mean?
I thought they got rid of that.
Daylight savings?
Joe Biden's
Yeah.
America, am I right, guys?
Dude, I could have swore
Frickin'
they got
Biden's
rid of it, dude.
America I'm pretty sure it's not. Or I'm pretty sure it's still a thing.
We gotta see.
Is daylight savings time a thing? Okay, well, several. No, I haven't changed it. Only a handful of states don't participate in it.
What?
Okay, so
How does-
just
how-
Wait, in
Arizona.
2022, the U.S. Senate unanimously approved a bill to make daylight savings time permanent starting November 2023. So starting next year,
Next
Next
year.
year, almost
Okay.
exactly a year.
daylight savings
Yeah.
time will be permanent. That's sick. Finally, society has.
So we don't have to change our clocks, right?
No,
So is it gonna be stuck on?
dude, my kids are gonna be so confused.
So okay, so this year daylight savings time ends November 6th. So I assume next year, like around the same time, when daylight savings time ends, that's gonna be it. We're not gonna change it back. Like which?
Yeah.
Which, okay.
It's just gonna
Damn,
stay
dude.
there.
Damn, dude, society has
Yeah, so
finally
we're-
progressed past the need for
Dude,
daylight savings.
We're gonna be talking about daylight savings time and COVID, and like
And-
the
and
grandkids
fucking-
are gonna be like, "Yup."
And
yeah,
landline
okay,
phones.
Pop-Pop."
Landline phone.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Dude, actually.
Well,
Go on.
We're gonna talk
which
about the memory of
so
dial-up
how like what part of daylight savings? So like, are we staying later in the day or are we staying earlier in the day? Because then during the winter it would get dark at like 3 p.m.
So daylight
I don't
savings
know, man.
time this year it ends November 6th. So I would assume next year. So I say like it ends, which
Yeah,
implies
we're gonna
that currently.
spring forward, and then it's gonna stop. It's
so-
not gonna fall back next November,
So when daylight
or
savings
it's gonna
time
fall
ends,
back, and then it's gonna stay there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do we lose
We'll
an hour?
find
Do we
out
gain
when
an
we
hour?
get there.
Who knows? Time. Yeah. Imagine the government just doesn't say like, oh, we all have to figure it out. Just go look it up. Yeah. Dude.
Okay, but this does set a weird precedent, though. The government controls time.
Hold on a second.
You know,
I think you're onto something.
Joe
It's
Biden.
weird.
This is
it's weird.
it's the liberal
I
plan.
can't say anything.
It's the
I can't
liberal
say
plan.
anything about that. It's just weird
They
that the
control
government
time.
controls time now.
They control time now. Holy shit.
What else do they control?
Dude,
A
you
lot
could
of
The
stuff.
answer, the answer is my
They
entire
control-
life.
they control
so
birds.
I'm gonna shut up about it.
They
but
control birds too. Like birds aren't real. That's
True, they're just government drones.
I
government drones.
can neither confirm nor deny that
shit,
statement.
dude. Preston knows, bro. He fucking knows. He just can't tell us. He had the meeting. He was given the presentation. He was given the PowerPoint file by President
It
Biden.
was the very first thing mentioned to him when he walked into the when he walked into the army. You're like, all right, you cannot tell anybody about the drones. I mean,
you
the
can't tell
birds.
about the birds. The birds.
Yeah.
The government surveillance drones, bro. Have you seen like that whole like subreddit? Or even it's more. I mean, it's obviously more so like an ironic thing of like birds aren't real. Of like that whole like the fake conspiracy of like it'll be a video of like birds like mimicking human sounds. And see, guys, What do I tell you?
Yeah, like
Birds aren't real.
parrots.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Well, that's cool. The saving time ends. So now we don't need to freaking confuse ourselves, and society can now move on. We've
See, but this does make me kind of sad, right? Because I feel like the key to living a happy life is a certain amount of chaos, you know?
sound like the
And I feel
Joker.
like daylight savings time always provided like just the right amount of chaos. You know what I mean? Where
Gonna.
it's like randomly. I actually have a Joker story after this, but it's like randomly they just throw in an hour, and it's like, oh, this shakes up my life for like a day, and that's about all the chaos I need, you know. But my Joker story, right? I have a buddy who it's like been confirmed that he's a sociopath. I think he took a test in like high school that said he was a sociopath,
Oh shit, that's
and
real.
yeah, exactly. And so then he was like doing a Joker impression one day, but it actually kind of matches his view of like life, and I'm just like, I I don't think that's okay. But I like you and you're a good dude. So it's fine. But then his girlfriend was dressing up as Harley Quinn
Ah.
for Halloween,
Oh
and she
man.
asked him to dress up as the Joker, and he said, I can't. I can't. If I put that makeup on, it's not coming off. And I'm just like, oh my god, you nerd, shut up.
Wow.
But yeah,
Damn, bro.
no,
Dude,
it's
Preston's
kind
gonna
of
go on his
funny.
fucking Joker arc. He's gonna start like
No, no,
kidnap.
I'm gonna know who the Joker is,
Mm.
right? But I'm
No,
not
dude.
I'm not gonna be
Honestly,
the
dude, that'd be
Joker.
so funny if there was just like an arc in the comics where Joker tries to like cause chaos in Gotham City just to bring back daylight savings time. It's like we all need that bit of chaos in our lives,
Love that
Batman. Like
chaos.
introduce a bit of anarchy into our lives. Move the clocks back an hour for a day, Batman.
Yeah.
Ah, dude. Okay, well, you know what? That's big news. I'll have to tell my mom that
Yeah.
we don't have to do daylight savings time anymore. We're free from the shackles of when your clock's back. But that does mean the government controls us now. Another thing that the government gets. They
Oh,
control
well.
time. They control time. Okay.
Slippery slope.
Here we go. Fan questions.
Oh,
Fan questions.
get it.
Questions from fans.
that is what fan questions are.
Diego asks, "What fictional animal would you like as a pet?"
Fictional,
And
an
no,
Arcanine
he's gonna
from
say
Pokemon.
yeah, I was gonna say Nick's gonna say a fucking Pokemon, dude.
Well, of course I am.
The person that pops in my head just because House of the Dragon was a fucking dragon, bro. Like,
No, man. No. Did you not watch the last
I
episode?
know,
That's not a pet.
dude, fucking
That's not a
Vagar,
pet.
dude. I get a fucking sentient nuclear weapon as a pet, bro.
It's not a pet.
Pet.
Uh, you're right.
If you watch the
You
last
see,
episode, you realize it's not a
No,
pet.
yeah. I
you
just,
see,
you
if
know,
I got
Yeah.
dragons
it's been
from
on my mind.
Skyrim, though, the ones that like can talk to you and shit, like that's cool.
Like, fucking Smaug.
The dragons
n-
from
n-
Skyrim, the
Okay,
ones that
well, yeah, well, that.
talk to you.
Wait, the dragons talk to you in Skyrim?
Yes.
Yeah.
You not know
Okay.
that?
No, yeah. Anyways,
That's yeah. I mean my go-to I don't know if this is like basic, but like I'd go for a direwolf, bro.
oh, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
direwolves are just extinct now.
But can't
like
you just
they,
make the
so
argument?
you just make it so they could just come back to life.
Well, it's fictional animal, Nick.
Huh?
Well, actually,
Direwolves
no.
existed. Direwolves are just extinct.
Well, you know, you just make the argument that they're in Game of Thrones, so you know, it's
That's the argument I'm making.
fictional
Gotcha.
animal. I mean, I can't think of
Um,
like, dude, capybaras would be even though they're not fictional.
Capybaras are a real fucking thing, dude.
Yeah, they are.
I know, but I'm just saying, dude. I'm so
Wait,
upset.
wait, that's a good point. Speaking of capybaras and Burmese pythons, what would be the most dangerous invasive animal that I could release into the wild?
just fucking go into the zoo and start smashing the glass panels.
Probably a dragon. Yeah, I'd go with the dragon just so I could release it into the wild.
Fucking fuck up the ecosystem. All the fucking ecologists like, bro, they're freaking out. They're like, dude, if you release a fucking dragon into this biome, bro, you're gonna fuck
Dude,
shit
Into
up.
this
the
bio.
bees. Think of the bees.
Oh no.
What?
Not the bees. Yeah, dude.
The dragons are gonna just further the extinction of bees.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, they actually would, yeah.
they're just gonna target the bees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Think of
I
the
don't know.
bees.
Direwolf's my final answer though.
That's a fair one.
I
That's
don't
very
know
fair.
enough.
They're cool.
Fucking, are there fictional animals in I mean, there's olifants. I'm trying to think of fictional animals in Lord of the Rings,
Yeah,
but they don't
no,
really.
there really aren't any.
Yeah, Tolkien's kind of sucks. What else is there?
Can I have a Wookiee as a pet?
Bro.
Or is
But
that
would it be
slavery?
one of the-
That's a bit. I think that's a bit borderline, right?
That's the gray area.
especially because they're like they
Okay.
they're sentient and they have a society and they have a culture. Like it's
Okay,
it's,
then just call them your friend.
Yeah.
I know, I'm fucking
Yeah, we'll go with Direwolf. Direwolf was a good one. I should have just stayed there, honestly. Yeah.
You have a whole like a litter of Ewoks just running around your house. Like, yeah, they're my pets, bro. We're chill like that. We're cool.
Didn't know you were chill like that, bro.
Okay. This is more so for you guys, but Silent Fox asked top 5 quarterbacks of 2022 so far.
Tua.
Tua, Nick, but okay,
They haven't lost the game with him when he's played the whole game.
but like,
I mean, number one obviously has to be Justin Fields. I mean, that one goes without saying. Dude's fucking stud. Number two, Brock Purdy absolutely put out for the 49ers last weekend while they got
Wait, what?
trounced by the Chiefs.
Wait,
What?
is he the backup?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, I
Yeah.
was gonna confused.
He was the QB at Iowa State, and he was the last pick in the draft, I think.
You know,
So there's like that.
Okay, oh, sorry. Keep going down your list. Do you have anyone else?
No, not really.
I
I
just
haven't
thought
watched football this year.
I just thought it'd be so funny if you just
Lamar Jackson's doing really good, actually.
Lamau Jackson.
I've heard he can't finish.
Yeah, but I personally have always really liked him as a quarterback, and I thought he was really good.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been so funny if you went down your list just like super serious, making actual analysis and good points, and just not include Josh Allen just to piss off Boss. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like,
Dude,
yeah,
but
no-
Josh Allen is he's washed, okay? Like he's been washed. It's kind of like Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton and Josh Allen have very similar career
You
arcs.
can't say that.
Oh my god!
I
No.
can and I did.
Dude, you gotta be careful, bro. Moss is gonna like hear that across the country. He's gonna fucking someone slandering
Dude,
both Josh Allen and Lewis Hamilton.
I feel like Moss definitely follows like Team LH on Twitter, dude.
Oh, totally.
Which is just, like,
LH44.
okay, I'm not gonna lie. It's weird for me to say like LH because the only way I ever hear it is LH, and it's like,
Oof.
It's just weird.
Yeah.
Those two letters don't work well together.
no,
Yeah. Hear that, Moss? Fucking
no, they don't.
your favorite driver sucks.
And your favorite quarterback. What? Why did this turn into a shit on Moss mode
No, but no, Preston, you always just even like before
That's
I
true.
like even before I like started to get into the NFL, like I would just always hear like how you would just always just shit talk the Bills. Like I mean, even like when they started to get good, you would just shit talk Josh Allen. And like, you know, I didn't know enough about it, so like I mean, I could tell you were kind of just messing around with him, but I was like, do they actually suck? Like because I didn't follow the sport, I
Yeah,
genuinely
yeah.
couldn't tell. And I was like, no, they're good, they're gonna win. And I didn't believe him because like he would always like talk about Speed Racers, like the greatest movie of all time, even though
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
so
yeah.
bad. So I couldn't tell it was a bit like they're gonna win the Super Bowl this year. I'm like, I don't like, but Preston says they're bad, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Is Josh
Yeah.
Allen just a shitty quarterback?
No.
I guess not. But it was funny
it's
though.
not.
I don't know. It's just so funny when people have like emotional attachments to sports teams.
Yeah.
Because when they lose,
Dude, that's why I'm not gonna lie. I want the Bills to make it to the Super Bowl this year.
and
And
In
lose,
fact,
and lose.
I want them to make it to the Super Bowl 5 years in a row
Oh,
and
no.
not win a single one.
That would be
That,
that would be so funny.
dude, I would be so happy.
I
I would
would I
be
would
exceedingly
dude,
happy.
I would like fly across the country to watch the
Which
games with Moss.
the third and fourth one, yeah. Just be like, Moss, where are you? We're watching this fucking
They're gonna
Super
win
Bowl
this year,
together.
man. Don't worry, they're gonna win this year.
Yeah.
I know it. I just know it.
Moss just drinks himself into his sadness because the Bills never win a Super Bowl and Lewis Hamilton never wins another championship.
Oh my god, dude. Listen, yeah,
He's
dude,
just like, "Ugh, I can't
if-
win.
if fucking Lewis wins an eighth, we're not gonna hear the end of it from us. He's
Oh
like,
my
that's why
God.
you know, he's literally gonna be the guy. That's why he's the GOAT.
The
That's why he's the
Yeah.
GOAT.
Yeah, man.
Oh my
I-
god.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so I did see something that was really true, and it was like how everybody wants all of these races to conclude. And so
Yeah.
for the Mexican race, everybody wants Checo to win,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Because like it's Mexico, it's Checo, everybody wants that for him. Then what's the race after
Brazil.
Mexico? Brazil.
Lewis.
Everybody wants fucking Lewis to win that one, and then Vettel to win Abu Dhabi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It'd be perfect.
Abu
So
Dhabi.
rig it. Rig the race.
Yes, please.
Yes. Please, guys.
Dude, no, that's what like I feel like you guys didn't understand I was saying last week. Like the constructors championship was rigged. Because
What do you mean?
there's no way that they would have been able to get like a Red Bull like constructors championship 2020 flag if they hadn't known they were going to win. So they
No,
definitely talked with the race directors.
This bit doesn't work
and they-
anymore. This bit
It does, dude. They knew. They
This bit
knew.
doesn't
It's
work.
rigged.
This-
F1 is
no,
rigged.
This
Okay?
bit doesn't work. It's like
How can you watch Abu Dhabi last year and not say F1 isn't rigged?
Dude,
Okay,
this is
it's
like when-
rigged.
this is like
It's
when-
rigged, and
it's-
you know it is.
It's like when the fucking Rams win the Super Bowl. Like, bro, how'd they make all those shirts so quickly? They just won like 10 minutes ago, bro. How'd they do it?
Okay, but like, are you trying to say the F1 isn't rigged?
Yeah, I am gonna say
They're
that.
all paid actors.
That's ridiculous.
It's
That's
paid
ridiculous.
actors. Holy shit,
Yeah.
that's so smart. It's like the WWE. It's all scripted for entertainment.
Yes, it is.
Holy shit. So
Some
is
people
Lewis-
just take it a bit too far.
So is Lewis gonna win his eighth? Is that in the script? The next few
I
years?
don't know.
I
I don't
think
know
it-
the
I
script
think
writer,
it-
man.
I would think it's scripted for Lewis Hamilton to get the record for most world championships.
You know what would
I
be so
think
funny?
that's
You know what actually? Well, it wouldn't convince me it's scripted, but it would be so funny if there was like a fucking glitch in the Matrix. If Abu Dhabi this year, the last race, Lewis wins the race due to a Latifi crash caused safety car.
it. No, that would be
Okay,
so fucked.
no.
That would be so
So-
funny.
I watched something about the about Pierre Gasly's penalty at
Suzuka.
yeah Suzuka, and it was all Latifi's fault.
How so?
Latifi, so Carlos Sainz ran into the advertisement, right, and so that's why the advertisement broke off and was in the track, and so a bunch of cars had passed over it. However, when Nicholas Latifi goes over it, it somehow gets stuck in Pierre Gasly's front wing. Right. So then Pierre Gasly has to pit to get it out of his front wing, but then he has to catch up with the safety car, which is why he gets the unsafe penalty. So at the end of the day,
Mm.
Nicholas Latifi strikes again.
That's why he's the GOAT.
Yep.
That's
Why
he's
he's
the
so- Out.
GOAT TV. Yeah, dude, it would be so funny if Lewis's only win this year comes from a Latifi caused safety car in Abu Dhabi on the last few laps.
That would
That'd
be
be
ironic.
that would be so funny. That would at that point I just feel like that's just like Latifi just pulling Lewis's leg like remember last year,
Yeah.
buddy? Yeah.
I got you. I got you this year.
I'll do it
Don't
again
worry.
this year. Don't worry.
Or what if Gotifi wins because Lewis crashes.
That's more likely, actually.
Yeah.
I would
no.
disagree, but I just think it'd be really funny.
Nah, man. Yeah, dude. I mean, it'd just be so cool if Checo wins. Probably not. Probably not gonna happen because he'd have to beat
Probably
Max,
not.
which is actually the
Yeah.
impossible challenge.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool. Also, I think the track got renewed.
I mean, he did it at Suzuka, right?
Beat Max.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he placed higher than Max, didn't he?
Didn't Max get 8th and he got 1st?
No, that was Singapore. That was Singapore. Verstappen won in Suzuka.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I must
Um,
have looked up the wrong thing.
Yeah, Checo won in Singapore. It's crazy, dude. He's so fucking good. Especially this year. He's done super well on all the street tracks. But yeah, I just don't know. I you know what? I'm actually curious to get Moss's opinion on the whole cost cap punishment. Um,
Oh god.
we know what? Not opinion.
Did they announce what the
Yeah,
punishment is?
they
What is
announced
it?
It's a $7 million fine and a 10% reduction in wind tunnel time for next year.
That's
On
so-
top of their already 70% reduction, because like because they place first in the constructors, they get 70% of the baseline wind testing, so 10% on top of that.
Oof.
Less wind tunnel time for testing to next year. So I don't know. It's like a moderate punishment. I think generally what a lot of people were saying, because like
Okay.
Christian Horner.
It was also like a moderate breach.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's
Especially when you see what they spent it on, it's like, okay, so the majority of it was on food
oh,
and paid leave.
yeah. I mean, it's just a whole thing of like if Red Bull went over the cost cap because of that, like that probably means other teams had to cut costs in the car to also pay sick leave. So it's just think of like everyone else.
Why didn't they just go over too? Fucking
exactly,
idiots.
exactly. Why did they just do that? I mean, it was so funny because Christian Horner was like, like this 10% reduction in wind tunnel time. It's only given us it's only given us more motivation. We're now 25% more motivated next year. It's like, dude, that's a fucking cheat code. Why not just keep breaking the budget cap and you'll get more and more motivated?
More and more motivation, baby.
Yeah, dude, fucking minus
Yeah.
10 wind tunnel time plus 25% motivation every year. You'll win. You'll still win.
I'd take that trade. That's
I'm
a good
just
trade.
curious if this will even make a difference next year.
Probably
not. Yeah, like
I think so too.
the car is already pretty good. Like,
yeah, dude. We'll have to see, but they'll probably have to throw those new engine rules in place to see like a real substantial change.
yeah, I mean,
Or Ferrari's gonna have to change who's in charge of the Scuderia. So
they'll have to change everything except for the
no, not
drivers.
really, not really. Just get Benotto Mussolini out of there. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Yeah, man.
yeah, it's like at this point, I just think Mercedes is gonna win before Ferrari. Like, it's just
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
it's
just
because they have a leader of men in charge.
yeah, they got fucking Toto.
Have you seen how, dude, European style just breaks my mind because like he wears pants that are slightly high water when he's standing, and then he sits down with his like loafers on, and they come like halfway up his shins, and I'm just like, is that comfortable? Is this a fashion statement or
style.
is this for comfortability?
That's
You know, like
style,
why
Preston.
do you do this? Why are you the way that you are?
Are you talking about Toto?
Yeah,
Toto's,
talking about all of them.
Toto's literally the fucking.
Europeans.
He's literally the Terminator, bro.
Yeah.
He's literally the Terminator. He's like 6'5". He talks in like a German Austrian accent. In the Drive to Survive clip.
Isn't Arnold the Terminator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just saying, like, he's like.
I was so confused.
Oh.
Are all
No, more like-
Austrians the Terminator now?
Yeah, literally. Any
Christoph
Austrian.
Waltz is the Terminator.
No, any Austrian male over 6'2" is the Terminator.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Good to know.
basically, like literally, like, there's that clip of him in Drive to Survive where he's like talking about like it's him like up on a balcony. And he's talking. He's literally like fucking making a war speech to like all the Mercedes engineers at the factory. And he's like, "Yeah, well, Formula One is like going to battle. You pick your targets and you make your battle plan." And he's like, "We must not let any complacency. And let's crush them." Like he's literally like he's like,
Let's
Did
crush them.
did you see what Tom Brady said too?
oh,
It
about like
blew up. It blew up on my
about
Instagram.
going
So
about how like
that's
the NFL is similar to like deployment.
yeah,
Didn't he
yeah.
walk those
That
back? Did he walk it back?
I'd assume so. Apparently his Twitter DMs got blown up
Oh shit.
because just like it was just a bunch of stupid military shit. So it was like hey Brady, you have Firewatch at 1400 today. So make sure you get there on time or the sergeant's gonna have my ass. And it was just shit
Wait,
like that. And I'm just like, you guys are fucking petty and hilarious, and I'm fucking here for it.
but aren't
That's funny.
but like were these like random people?
Yeah, just random
How
service
does he
members,
not?
dude.
But how does he not have his DMs like private?
I don't know.
That's dude. Come on, man. That's a rookie. Tom Brady has his DMs open on his Twitter
No,
account.
no, no, no. But like, he probably wasn't seeing them, but they still sent them. Or it may not have been Twitter. It may have
No,
been fucking Instagram or
maybe yeah.
something.
Because I
I
know on
don't know.
Twitter like you can straight up turn it off. Like you can't even DM a person if you want to. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Tom Brady to not know how to do that. So he's like, "Why are these messages on my phone, bro?" He just can't block. He can't
Yeah,
turn off
man.
DMs. He's just confused by all the messages that are coming in. Um. Okay, that's good enough for now.
Very well.
We'll stop.
Well, do we even do fan questions?
We did.
Yeah, we did too.
Oh, okay.
We did,
Right, we
Nick.
did. Yes,
Correct.
we did.
We yeah. It's okay. It's an hour and 12 minutes. That's not bad at all. What do you have after this, Preston?
I don't know. I don't think I really have anything.
Oh well, qualifying's
So
in 50 minutes.
yeah, I'm probably not gonna watch qualifying. I do have to go get lunch.
It's important.
Real quick. Yeah, but then I'm not sure. So, but I won't be watching qualifying. I got something. I can find something to do.
There you go.
I'm sure qualifying's interesting, but
I can't wait
It
for
is.
Moss
It is interesting.
to be sad. Okay,
why?
because Lewis Hamilton's not gonna win. He's
Oh
like he's
yeah.
gonna get fucking 10th. He's not gonna make it into Q3. Okay, that was another episode of Bruhaps We Chat. A superior episode because Preston's here on the
Superior.
call.
Yes.
Yeah.
Preston and Nick.
Always the superior with Preston.
None of that twin
Nick.
shit. None of that twin shit where
No.
they're always arguing with each other. They're always just is sitting in their rooms doing nothing.
Just like Marco and Maz.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a bunch of guys being dudes on the podcast talking about drinking on holidays,
Talking about motor racing.
talking about
talking about drinking and watching sports.
drinking on daylight savings day. The
Yeah.
best holiday to drink
Yes.
on.
Yeah, it is. You get an extra hour of drinking.
That's why you do it. Oh, that makes so much
Yes.
sense.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You can get 25 hours of drinking in one day.
Then you can say that you drank like X amount of alcohol in an hour. Like, holy shit, dude. But in reality, it took you 2 hours,
Yeah.
Dude, you went crazy for that hour. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll be on when we drop the next episode. Goodbye.